It's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. The Chiefs knew a victory was necessary to have any shot, and they got it, as they'll finish the regular season at 10-7. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That one taken in by Corley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Forced out. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quinnen Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6. Throw right side, complete to Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught, and he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll give to Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This completes a Corley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 6 catches in the wild card victory last week, and now 6 catches here and a first down. A give running right is Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns set to take over. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Browns drive about to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st down.
Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
6-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Jets now down by 7. A little under a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw.
And that's caught by Williams.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down.
He'll look to throw.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave from the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.